Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Fantastic. Yeah, you are sounding great. Crystal clear. Ignore Yanko. First of all, congratulations, man. You guys put up a phenomenal performance so far in the group. You are inches away now from qualifying first place out of the group. You know, tell me, coming into this event, what was your realistic expectations about how the team would do?
So we set the expectation to get out of the groups. We had a really tough group, and after we lost to G2, it felt really tough. Yesterday, when ENS managed to beat Vitality 2-0, we felt kind of unfortunate that we would have been secured to get to the playoffs otherwise. Though we sort of talked about it, okay, we're here to win. We want to get the first place. Let's go for the win. Let's hope G2 beats, Mousesports beats G2. And from what I know, that's actually what's happening right now.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for you guys. It's, of course, not settled yet whether or not you finish as number one. I want to pick your brain a little bit, Thread, because we've seen some internal workings when it comes to Hampus and CTR, that they're joining each other in the role of being in-game leader. Does that come from you? Does that come from the players? Where is this idea stemming from?
It is from me, and I talked to both Eric, CTR, and Hampus, and we sort of figured that on some of the maps, Eric, CTR has some really good ideas. And also, we really wanted to utilize sort of the lurk element of Hampus, because he's a really good lurker. So, for example, Overpass, obviously, he plays the B lurk role, and on Nuke, he plays the door lurk role. And it's not really like the mid rounds. I always believe that everyone can contribute, and I think it's really important that everyone contribute. So even though it sounds like a big deal, like the 70-euro kill is becoming the IGL, for us, it doesn't really change that much in the actual match.
Okay, and we can see in Hampus, right, the way he's playing right now is probably some of the best Hampus has ever played. Is that down to more freedom, or is that just, you know, the individual level of Hampus finally shining through?
I think it's a combination. He had a stellar performance yesterday on Mirage, going for 30 kills versus Mousesports. And I think he just found himself in this team. He fits really well into the lineup. I think everyone has really good communication, so they listen to his calls. He can sort of play around that. And also, he's just a very, very talented player on top of that.
I'm curious about how big of an issue, if an issue at all, it is for you, the fact that, well, the team is rather inexperienced now. Your most experienced player on the team is Rez, and he's also very young. And is this something that concerns you, and how you're working around that?
Yeah, it concerns me. Well, it doesn't really concern me, because this is a team that we're going to have for the long run, right? That's why we want young players. Though you can tell in some of the rounds where we get to 15, obviously we sort of maybe put our foot on the brake a little bit. You can see that in this match when we got an entry kill in lower. We should have really pushed through, but we're sort of a bit scared when we're going to get over that finish line. Though, I mean, they're all so talented. So if we get a lead like 14-1, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that was a fantastic lead for you guys. I'm curious, obviously you've been working with the team for such a long time. You've been within NIP for such a long time. Where do you see the skill ceiling of the team being?
One thing that's really important for us now is that we're not satisfied. I think we can push ourselves further a lot. Even after this match, we sort of talked about, we made a lot of mistakes. There were a lot of miscoms. And this is an element that actually Hampus brings into the team. He's a bit sort of non-Swedish, that he is not afraid of conflict. So he can sort of tell someone like, what are you doing? Like, you have to listen. You missed that flash. And we can sort of sort it immediately. And even though we won this group, or maybe we win this group, we're still not satisfied with our game.
Okay, that's good stuff to hear. I mean, you guys have been playing well. I hope to see you guys continue to play well, and congratulations once again on your results so far. Obviously, we're still waiting to see what happens with the G2 game to see if you go through first place, but I want to let you get back to watching that so you can be with the team and of course, celebrate. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.